Hey, hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJBTV, and we have Burgersasu and Buyl returning yet again to meet with their never-ending rivalry. Although, a couple of videos ago, actually in the last video, I was contemplating that maybe they were no longer going to be playing fastest map 1 versus 1 anymore, because Buyl has been playing a lot of ranked ladder, the official ranked ladder for the normal maps, and Burgersasu had been playing only team games for over, well, about 2 weeks already. Like, not a single 1 versus 1 over more than 2 weeks for both of these players on fastest map. But right after I said that they might be disappearing from the 1 versus 1 fastest map limelight, disappearing off the stage, this happens and they play a game. So I got my hands on the replays, and we're gonna watch at how these games played out. We got Buyl here on the Terran, and we got Burgersasu on the Protoss. Both two expert players at 1 versus 1 on fastest map. Perhaps currently two of the more famous 1 versus 1 players on fastest map, because Buyl has been rising to the top over the past 2-3 years, and he's been staying at the top ever since he's risen to the top. He is one of the best players. Brown Terran, and we have yellow Protoss Burgersasu, who has been one of the top contenders in all of fastest map since about 2018. He's been very good for a very long time. Now, he did have a short little time, or maybe not a short little time, like from 2021 to 2023, he was struggling with carpal tunnel syndrome, and you could notice that he had become a slower player, and to this day, he is still a slower player than he was in 2020, and 2019, and 2018. He's no longer as fast as he used to be. He's still very fast, but he's noticeably slower. But I wouldn't say that he's gotten worse. I would not say that he has gotten worse. Maybe he has. Maybe his opinion is that he has gotten worse. But I haven't really noticed him playing worse. He has changed his playstyle though. Back when he used to be faster, he would be a lot more aggressive, like very aggressive. He would try to do a lot of crazy things. Now he is a smarter player, much more planning, sticking to the limitations of what he can and cannot do. So in that sense, he's a much smarter player. We went for Gateway, Nexus, Gateway, Gateway. Interesting build order there from Burgersasu. Gateways are finishing up right about now. He's got Zealots there soon to be on the way. He scouted the enemy base and saw that there's 2 barracks there in the front. And that should not be capable of punishing his triple Gateway Nexus build order. Because this build order specifically here from Burgersasu is a little bit weak against early aggression if the Terran goes for triple barracks into fast stim attack. If they do that, then the Terran has a pretty good leverage over the Protoss. But that's not happening because before Buyl discovered the secret of the Nexus first build order, he was already starting his command center. He's getting a early academy. He's got gas mining in the back. Double barracks are producing quite nicely. Getting 3 deepers in the front to build a wall. And we have cannons soon to be warping in here for Burgersasu. He's currently on 4 zealots and more zealots on the way. He's going for a very late cyber core. That's kind of the downside, the weakness of these triple gateway build orders before cyber core is that you get units, which is nice. But what you don't have is fast technology, and fast technology is, in my opinion, the most important thing against a Terran, because simple frontal attacks with Zealots and Dragoons usually don't work out that well, because a Terran has all the tools to defend themselves quite well against specifically that, and we have Buyl here on the map, and Buyl is a master of defense. He's a master of defending himself against threats that are threatening him threatfully to do bad things to him. So we got a factory there. Great timing. Siege up on the way. Getting engineering bay as well. Perfectly timed as well for maybe the possibility of Dark Templars. He's moving out a little bit, like dancing back and forth, trying to do some damage without receiving any damage. So Burgersasu is standing there in the front, which is not bad, but it does give Buyl the opportunity to maybe move out and do some damage. Burgersasu is trying to get in on Buy's base there before Buyl becomes a problem, but medics have arrived just on time. If those medics had not arrived, he would probably have broken through. That was what he was thinking. He was thinking to himself, oh, I don't see any medics. You know what? I'm going to try to break through. But when the medics arrived, the Marines at the front take too long to kill, and there's not enough service area for the Zealots to get on top of the Marines, so he pushes him back. You have a cannon in the front? No cannon in the front. He's in a little bit of danger. Burgersasu took a lot of risks here. Burgersasu took a lot of risks, and now he's paying the price, because Firebat, Medic, Marine is on the way, with Stim and Range soon to be finished as well. We have Tank on the way and Siege as well. And a Wraith in the sky to fight off those shuttles. But at the moment, things are looking pretty bad there for Burgersasu, because he really just took too many risks. He should already have had cannons in the front. He thought to himself that Buyl was not going to move out, so my Zealots should be enough to keep Buyl in his base. They should be enough. That's what he thought. He was wrong. Buyl there punishing Burgersasu, playing too risky. And now he's going to add on more barracks or not? Is he going to add on the barracks? There's number 4. Might go for number 5 as well. He's going to increase his production to just simply overpower Burgersasu, who took too many risks. Too many risks. And that's a little bit embarrassing. But it happens. Sometimes you think you're fine, but you're actually not fine. Actually not fine. Tank arrives on the scene. The siege mode is already finished up. This is a very difficult position. It's going to be almost impossible for Burgersasu to survive this, because he lost his robos that were building Reavers. So if he had Reavers with a shuttle, he could maybe defend this, but he does not have that. So this is going to be almost impossible to defend. Now, Buyl does lose a bunch of his Marines and Firebats to some cannons, but the Zealots are the Zealots going to do this? They get flanked from behind there. Is he going to kill that tank? There's still another tank on the scene there, though, but he managed to fight off that wave of units. And 1 tank, 2 Marines stay alive. And I think Buyl is just gonna march forward, siege up, and kill some probes. Oh no, he's got 45 probes at the moment. He killed 20 probes! Oh my god. Burgersasu thought he was fine. And I said it before, he was in fact not fine. So 20 dead probes at 7 minutes, while your opponent has 45 SCVs, and you have no choke, and you do have technology, but you've just been slowed down so much. Like Burgersasu, this game went absolutely terrible for him. Could not have gone much worse. Reaver finishes up. We've got Shuttle Speed finished up as well. We've got Zealots that move across the map with Zealot Speed. We'll try to break through that front door while he can, but bunkers are loaded up, tank in the back. He can no longer break through. The window is closed. That is, if there was a window at all, because I don't think there was a window to attack. There was no window to attack. Burgersasu is going to fly over the bottom side. He's going to fly into a turret there, though, or is he going to change direction? No. He's going to go in over the bottom side. He might fly into the turret and take some damage. Oh, he avoids the turret. Oh, that's some good luck. So he goes in, but he got raids and Marines, so there's some bad luck as well. He unloads, and Ethergate gets taken down. He had to hit those SCVs. If he had only gone in over the top side, he would have been fine. If he had gone in over the top side, there's nothing in between. He could have maybe hit some SCVs and reset the game to an even game. At the moment, Buyl is in the lead. Massive lead. Massive lead. Still no choke. At this point, Buyl could just move across the map and attack and maybe win the game. There really is not that much here for Burgersasu. He's on 42 probes now. He built another Nexus. He's going to try to recover by using a 3rd Nexus. But he will always be behind on Buyl with his triple command center that was already finished before Burger had his 3rd Nexus finished. Level 1 attack there. Is he going to get level 2 attack? I'm not too sure. On 5 barracks, it's pretty good to get level 2 attack, but some players just don't do it. Going to go for a tank drop over the bottom side. Like, once again, Burgersasu is not properly cannoning his Nexus. You should have 2 more cannons right here, maybe even 1 more right there. Like a total of 4 to 5 cannons on the bottom side to cover tank drops from the south. He's also not covering himself from tank drops over the right side. He's putting Dragoons in position to cover though, but he's going over the bottom side and he's going to unload those tanks and shoot those probes. Oh, he's moving. How many is he going to kill? Oh, that's a dirty one. 11, 11, 15, and 11. Oh my god. That means Burgersasu lost 20 plus 15 plus 11. 46 dead probes in only 9 minutes. Absolute disaster of a game for Burgersasu. Definitely did not go how he had it envisioned. beforehand. He thought he was going to have himself a pretty good game, but Buyl just absolutely destroyed him. In part because Burgersasu just played without really covering his defensive options. He was wide open. I don't want to call it arrogantly. He just completely misread the situation. Completely misread what he had to do. He didn't choke, got his choke busted, lost his technology, got a tank next to his probes, killed his probes, and then got tank dropped again with the exact same angle. The game went absolutely terribly wrong for him. But now he's got a second chance. He's here on the Zerg, purple Zerg, Burgersasu on the middle. He's not making drones? Is he going to cheese? Oh, he's gonna go for a 5 pull. Holy crap. And Buyl here is on the 3 o'clock spawn location, so we got a middle spawning as a middle spawn. Goes for a middle build, mid-gate build order, which is really good against Zerg. Like, specifically when the Zerg is choking right here, and you have your gateways right there. That's really strong. Like, unit spawn, and it takes literally 4 seconds to attack that choke point. But he scouts and does not... Did he see that? Let's see where the probe goes. I should have been looking, but I don't think he saw that base. Well, he saw the Overlord, of course, and he saw the Overlord, he knows. Saw the Overlord, he knows where Burgersasu is located. And I think he knows that Burgersasu went for a 5 pull. There's just really no way for Buyl to defend this, really. He's gonna build some cannons here back at home, but he's trying to kill a drone. He's trying to kill a drone. It's not gonna work there though. Probe has to run away. Well, the forge in the middle because he only had a pylon in the front, getting triple cannon back at home. I think Burgersasu knows where Buyl is coming from. So the thing now is that Burgersasu's rush is not gonna work. He's gonna kill this here in the middle, and that should slow Buyl down just enough. Buyl might build a couple more cannons, or maybe some gateways, maybe a forge. He's gonna lose this here in the middle anyway. But this is a very weird game. Burgersasu went for a 5 pull, but then saw the forge in the middle, and then realized that Buyl probably has cannons at his nexus, so he's not going to try to go for the rush. Like, he's not making any more additional Zerglings. He's just transitioning over into a choke build order. This is a very weird opening, but what both players are doing makes sense given the situation that they're in. So Burgersasu prevented the mid gate, prevented the rush, forced Buyl to play defensive, and now he is stabilizing the game by going for triple hatchery, 1 in the choke, 1 in the back, and might go for 4 hatcheries because he has quite some minerals saved up there. So 4 hatcheries. Buyl is going for triple gateway. The hatchery in the front here for Burgersasu should finish up just on time before the Zelts arrive, because Zelts are now on the way. Hatchery's finished up, which means now we get a sunken there being warped or morphed. Zerglings are dancing back and forth, looking for maybe an angle into Buyl's backside. Maybe looking for buildings not properly covered by the 2 cannons, but everything is protected. He pulls them back. He knows Zealots are on the way because he saw the gateways. He knows Zealots are on the way, so he has to pull the Zerglings back to help protect the choke. Now the creep is spreading kind of inefficiently because the hatchery wasn't exactly placed in the right location, in my opinion. But Burgersasu has a reason for this. So it's still not completely sealed off. You might build a sunken right there to seal this top section. Might build a sunken right here and right there to seal the bottom section. And you can still walk through this section right here. So this is what he's going to do. So 1 more sunken right there, 1 more on the top, and 5 sunken wall. There's room for an Evo chamber right here and an Evo chamber on the bottom to seal off the rest. 5 hatcheries at the moment. Overlord hanging in the back. This is very funny. It's hanging all the way in the back, outside of cannon range, which gives him a free little bit of scouting information over the entire backside of Buyll's base. So now he knows the exact timings of all the technology that Buyl has warping in, which should give Burgersasu enough time to drone up a lot more before he gets his Hydralisks, because usually you get your Hydralisks right when the support bay finishes up. Like, you get your Hydralisks then a little bit earlier, but you get your Hydralisks, you start producing them when the support bay comes out. Or maybe like 5 to 10 seconds after. Because you want to have your Hydralisks and Hydralisk speed finished before the shuttle gets into your base. And usually that is around the time you need. There's the Hydralisk then there on the way. Robo almost finished up. We're going to start there in the front. The Corsair, they're going to hunt down some Overlords and maybe scout the base. Because a Corsair can go into the base and get some useful information, see what's up, see what's happening. I suspect one more hatchery from Burgersasu before he starts Hydralisk production. The support bay now is warping in, almost finished up. Over the top is there getting hunted down by the Corsair because Buyl knew it was still there. So yeah, goodbye Overlord, it just has to go. Gotta kill it. Scouts the middle with a Zergling, sees the timing on the robot on the middle, sees triple cannon as well, and sees a pretty good army of Zealots and a Dragoon. Which should, yeah, that's the sign. Now is the sign to go produce some Hydralisks. He's waiting for an Overlord though. Finishes up there in the front. He's getting speed first for Hydralisks because you want to be able to chase down and intercept the shuttle. If a shuttle has speed and your Hydralisks have range but no speed, your Hydralisks are just gonna be too damn slow to intercept the shuttle. So you get your speed first, range afterwards. Gotta protect the Overlord. Corsairs make their escape, Overlord stays alive. Another wave of drones, 36 against 42. So despite the weird opening, both players are pretty much on schedule. I'd say maybe like 30 to 35 seconds behind where they want to be. But that's purely because everything at the start got completely messed up. But they've recovered quite nicely. Okay, so a couple more Sunkens in the front. He's keeping the courses away from hurting his Overlords. He's gonna maybe build some cannons on the bottom. There's a pylon coming in. I think he's gonna build some cannons right here to limit the playing field for those Overlords, keep them contained within their base, and then fly his drops over the bottom or over the top. Buyl is really just going to focus on playing a containment game. Keep the Zerg contained in their base and limit the amount of vision the Zerg can have with Overlords, because Overlords spread all over the map will be painful for your shuttle drops, because if the Zerg can see them flying in from very far away, they're never ever gonna survive the attempt to hit those drones. The Trooper hatch on the top, 7 in the back, 1 on the front. The push will soon start. Like, the push is much slower than usual, that I must admit. But there is a change in focus from Buyl. He's really focused on the triple Nexus economy, a lot of guys in the back. Only 1 robo here back at home, 4 on the middle though, so that's a lot of reverb production. Cannons up there on the bottom side. He can see them with the Overlord there, gets vision across the high ground, same on the top. The Burgersasu is producing a lot of Hydralisks. He's still only on 34 drones, but he's got 3 groups of Hydralisks spread about his base to intercept drops come from every single pathway that's possible. From the top, then we have the top right, the front, we have the bottom right, and the bottom. 5 different angles. When you're on one of these middle spawn locations, corner spawn, it's really just 3 different angles: the bottom, the choke, and the entire side. But he's doing a good job. He's spreading out some Sunkens over the sides because he's probably expecting mass reaver drops into his base. It's not uncommon. Oftentimes when you see a lot of Corsairs being built, there is a realistic chance that the Protoss player is going to go for mass robo reaver drops in your base and then use Disruption Web to Disruption Web and cancel out the Sunkens or the Hydralisks. I think that's what Burgersasu is expecting. because it's very difficult to push with Reavers into these middle spawns, because these Sunkens around the corner, they kind of get blocked from Reaver fire. You can see it happening right here. The Reavers have to crawl very close to hit the Sunken. They have to crawl very, very close. And that's just pathfinding being terrible. I don't like this. He's being very aggressive with his Corsairs. Kills a lot of Overlords though, so that's a slight supply block there. And the Corsairs do somehow stay alive. But I didn't really like the aggressive move forward, but because they survived, which I didn't expect, it was okay. It was okay. Buyl knows his limits better than I do, evidently, because I thought it was a bad choice, it worked, and he got out alive. It was obviously a good choice. I'm completely wrong on that one. So only on 42 drones. You got slowed down by the supply block. You could have maybe had more, forced to make more Overlords, take some time, take some minerals. He's got a Queen's Nest on the way, Evo Chamber number 2 as well, and building a couple more Sunkens in the front. And I'm kind of surprised that Buyl is taking it this slowly. Buyl is really taking it very slow. He's on 74 probes, so his economy got pretty big pretty quick. And instead of building his gateways back at home, he's building it on the middle. So it's going to be a 2-base location. One on the middle, a proxy base, and the rest back at home. And this is to reduce the distance to the enemy by as much as possible. His units spawn and they're literally standing outside of Burgersasu's front door. With all that aside, I think this game is looking very good for Burgersasu, because he's now reaching 60 drones and a couple more Sunkens in the front. He's morphing a Lurker aspect as well on his Hylas Den, getting level 2 attack, I think, and level 1 Carapace. So only on 4 gas at the moment in the back still, but he's going to get more gas right about now. He's getting a hive, so yeah, he's progressing very nicely. Also, drop on the bottom, tries to get in, gets sniped just on time. Like, if the Reaver or a High Templar unloaded, there could have been a chance to shoot on those drones. But, ooh, another real drop there on the bottom corner. So, yeah, he is going for the Reaver mass drops inside of Burgersasu's base. Burgersasu gets a majestic surround on the Reavers, and the Reavers don't really do too much. Although another drop there comes in, he's going to try again. 1 should gets taken down, 2 should get taken down. He's getting very close to the drones, have to run away to safety. Is he going to unload a High Templar, 2 High Templars on the scene, 1 more High Templar, 3 High Templars on the scene, but 3 High Templars get sniped. And only 2 of them storm, and most of the drones do survive, only 4 of them died. Very clutch call there from Burgersasu. Pulled the drones away, and at the same time sniped 2 High Templars that could have stormed his drones, but they never got the chance to. Very clutch play, but also very beautiful setup there from Buyl. Mass Reaver drop on the corner to distract Hylisk, and then fly in with a real drop with units he picked up immediately after. Which goes to show how important it can be to not just throw your shells away, but to unload and pull them back, pick up more units, and go right back into the action. It almost worked. But because Burgersasu survived that drop, I am increasing his chances at winning by a lot. Because this is when Burgersasu becomes maybe the best Zerg in 1 vs 1. This is when he becomes an almost unbeatable Zerg player. Because he's fast, smart, and oh boy is he precise. He knows exactly what to do, and why to do it, and how to do it. I would say Burgersasu is the ultimate fastest map macro Zerg. He is the ultimate macro Zerg on fastest map. Comes over the bottom, disruption web's happening, drones have to run to safety, and they do. Reavers are loading, Reavers are going to shoot, but Reavers are kind of stuck below their own disruption webs, and Lurkers all over the place do take them down quite easily. And there's nothing left in there, so that drop doesn't really achieve what Buyl wanted it to, and Burgersasu is once again given another minute of time before the next drop hits. Maybe 30 seconds, because this drop is being sent in very rapidly. That's the benefit of having everything routed to the same point with 7 robos. Goes over the front, drones have to run, and they do run. We got he managed to get double storm off, but storm's the wrong location, and the drones do survive yet again. Those 67 drones still alive, but he killed up 4, maybe 5 on the gas. So the gas income has been disrupted. And there is another plus, and that is that when you pull your drones off the minerals, you're obviously not getting any minerals until they resume mining. So there are small little brief periods of mining disruption happening that Burgersasu of course doesn't like. But what matters most, his drones are still alive, and that is what matters most. So loading a lot of units. Is there a High Templar in there? There's a High Templar, but drones are at a safe distance. Storms on the hive, hits literally nothing. He does kill about 5 drones. They're standing in the front waiting to get put to work, but they do die because Buyl has no mercy. So Burgersasu is somewhat struggling with getting his economy rolling because he's just running away all the time. But drones do survive. The drones do survive, and that's what matters most. That's what matters most. Because no damage received means no advantage lost. Buyl has a lot of shells on the middle. He's going to be sending in drops non-stop. It goes on the bottom. We have Scourge hunting, but the course has taken them down. It's nice to redirect there from the shuttles. Buyl goes in, but the shuttles get sniped. High Templar unloads right there at the front, and he storms and he hits the drones and he kills a bunch of drones. Actually, only 11 go down. Only 11 go down. Now that was a close call. That was a very close call. You can see the drones took some damage from the storm, but they didn't instantly die. Extremely close call. I did not think the High Templar would unload. I thought the shuttle would die. So another 14 drones being put to work. Another drop on the top, but he can't. Oh, the end snare there really just poops on the party. Is there actually anything in there? Yes, yes, yes. No, 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 no. Okay, there's almost nothing in there. Literally almost nothing. It's just four zealots. This is the real drop. Goes in over the bottom. Guardians on a scene. Taken down and taken down. Cannot shoot on the drones. This is really just here to distract him. This is just distraction. And the sneaky drop over the bottom almost works. Burgersasu on 68 drones. Now on 6 gas. He's starting to stabilize. And Buyl is starting to scratch his head, wondering, did I take too much time? Did I take too much time? And I think he did. Does not mean the game is over, but this is when Burgersasu becomes unkillable. This is when Burgersasu becomes unkillable. He starts with taking away some of that control, the prison that confined him on the bottom side. And Buyl decides to just stop going for the shoulder drops and to go for the frontal mass attack. He's giving up on the drops. It's time to break the front door. And it's not working because Sunkens around the corner are a Reaver's worst enemy. All it takes is a Sunken built right around the corner and your Reavers lose their object permanence. It's like they're a dog and you start hiding behind a blanket and they don't notice because they don't know what the hell hiding behind a blanket even means. Reavers have the intelligence of an animal. Now, not to offend your dog or your pet, because I'm sure your dog or your pet is a lovely animal. We do have to admit that animals just are not as smart as humans are. And Reavers are, in that sense, kind of like a pet animal. Not the smartest in town. It's just a harsh truth. Just a harsh truth. Okay, so the Dragoons there are trying to break through. Reavers are spawning. He didn't really build a lot more there on the mill. He built more back at home build. That's a lot of Stargates. A lot of Stargates. So he's just going back with the push. He's slowly gaining some ground, but every single sunken Burgersasu loses, he replaces with 2 more. It's a sunken defense happening right before our very eyes. So both players are almost on maxed out upgrades. We have 2-2-3 there for Buyl, and we have 2-1 there on the Zerglings. Are they Hylisks? Hylisks are on 2-3. Guardians are on 1 Carapace, 0 attack, but they are getting their upgrades right now. And we have the Filer in the back, waiting for the almighty Plague on the Reavers. You just want to plague the Reavers, make them burn with pain and infestation. Make them feel the plague. So you can see the Reavers are just terrible. The Reavers want to hit the Sunkens, but they cannot hit the Sunkens, so they crawl into Sunken range and they die a miserable death. This Reaver, though, is able to hit the Sunken. The other ones, though, are tripping balls. They're tripping balls, I tell you. So Burgersasu is taking his time. He's just fortifying and fortifying. He's probably planning on getting a nice Guardian army spread about over the sides to avoid maximum storm damage and minimize the damage from storms, and then try to break the middle with a surround. We have, that's 14 gateways on the middle. So 7 robos, 14 gateways, and more back at home. I think Buyl is starting to realize that he will probably lose the middle within the next 5 to 6 minutes. He's building more stuff back at home because he will need to have a fallback base for production if he loses the middle. So he's already preparing for that eventual, I wouldn't say downfall, but that eventual setback that he will suffer. And Burgersasu has really just turned this around. He started with a 5 pool that prevented the rush, and then kept up with Buyl, despite doing a 5 pool. Reaver loads, Reaver shoots, it's load! The Scarab gets blocked, but the Scarab hits its target. No, the Scarab does not explode, but one more Reaver on the scene gets killed, though. So the Reavers, once again, just disappointing us. If that had been a High Templar, maybe that could have done the job. But the Reaver just can't get it up. The Reaver is suffering from erectile dysfunction, and oh boy, he just cannot shoot the load because he just can't get it up. Guardians over the bottom, going straight for the Nexus. We have literally nothing back at home to defend. Dragoons are scooting over, rushing back home to try and save the day, to kill the Guardians before they take down the Nexus. Cannons are going to take it. He's going for the Nexus. He's ignoring the cannons. Nexus taking heavy amounts of damage, but will it be enough? The Guardians are shooting with all their might. Okay, yeah, it will survive. It will survive. We have more Guardians soon to be on the way. They're flying over, ready to take it down. They might actually just go straight for the attack. They might just go straight for it. Yeah, they're going straight for it. So we have a frontal attack. Buyl is focused on this, but here back at home, Mules are bombing onto his Nexus. Will it get taken down? Yes, it will. Level 1 attack, helping him out greatly. Goodbye, Nexus. Now Buyl is in economic trouble. But first, we have a push into Burgersasu's base. There's so many Sunkens. There's so many Sunkens in this base. But Buyol's game has just become a little bit harder than it was before. He's making progress there. He's making progress. Reaves in the back, doing a great job killing Zerglings and High-Levels. Sunkens dying as well. Once you get into the base, drop in the back, hit nothing. Once you kill the Sunkens around the corner, the Reavers all of a sudden become absolutely awesome again. They go from being terrible to being the best performer. Basically, Johnny Sins in the flesh. And the Observer... Okay, wait, there's one Observer in the front, 2 in the front there. Guardian's coming over the backside there. He's gonna go for a Plague on whatever he can. Goes in. Gets a Plague on... Not the best Plague, but yeah, got 2 Reavers in the back there taking damage. It matters, it counts. It makes a difference. Goes in with the Zergs and the Highlands there to clean up. At this point, he just has to make more Guardians and then push into the middle. Good Storm there, though. So notice how much ground Buyl has gained after he broke the corner Sunkens. The top side there is still very well protected. This is something Burgersasu can do. He can progress Sunkens over his top side towards the choke, like he's doing with this one. He can give up the bottom side. That's okay. You can push forward and seal off this section and then slowly seal the entrance yet again. All he has to do is keep producing. Just keep producing. Just stay maxed out. Keep matching Buyol's army size. Now Buyol's losing money quite quickly. He was in 6,000 before he lost his Nexus. Now he's down to 4,000, so he's slowly burning through his minerals. Because this is not optimal mining. It's not optimal. It's suboptimal. You can see 2,000 already. He's spending his minerals at lightning speed. Because Buyl knows that he has to do some real damage right about now in order to not get folded over once Burgersasu feels strong enough to pick Buyl up and throw him across the room. He was down to 50 minerals. Just goes to show how absolutely terrible losing your Nexus can be. He's gonna struggle producing and maxing out his army over the next, I'd say right about now. Like, once he loses his next wave of units, he will be suffering from malnutrition. Yeah, he's gonna suffer from that one. A lot of Guardians splitting up to the top. Their upgrades are 3 Carapace, 2 attacks, so the Guardians are becoming stronger and stronger. More of a problem as the game goes on. This is a great Plague. Burgersasu is really showing the value of Plagues. Drop gets taken down there. Drone tried to run away, but they didn't have to because the Storm never landed, never got casted. So yeah, this is going to be it. This is going to be the breakthrough. Although the Templars coming in, Guardians moving away there though, preventing the disaster of stopping the attack. Keeps the Guardians alive. Another Storm there comes down, kills a couple Guardians. He splits them up quite nicely there though. But yeah, this... Oh, no Plague. No Plague. No Plague. Drop there over the bottom. He really wants to hit those drones. At this point, the only way Buyl can win is killing the drones, stopping the production from Burgersasu, and making a lot of progress with the Reavers into Burgersasu's base. So it's winning there in the back. We have a Queen and a Queen. For ensnares, slow down those drops. Really makes a big difference. Comes in over the top side, creates storms. Buyl is doing the most he can. Buyl is putting everything he's got in this. I'd say the Swarm, probably not the best choice, although that's a lot of Lurkers, a lot of Swarms, and a lot of Zerglings. But the Reavers just love this. The Reavers love this. Takes down the drop there. Oh, that Plague. Every single one of the 5 Reavers plagued. But they're going to be easy to take down. One more kill. Oh, okay, the shields are still there. Ooh, that was a big shot. Drop over the front. Scourge coming in. Templar gets taken down by the Lurkers. So yeah, this is why you got Lurkers. The Templars just instantly die. You cannot storm. And now because he killed the drop, Burgersasu is going to commit to an all-in attack to break the metal. He's going to go. Like, you can see him. He is... wait, maybe not. Maybe not yet. I thought that he was going to push the Lurkers forward, but not yet. He's maxing out, setting his units up in a nice arc all around, and now he's going for the attack after the Plague there on the Reavers, and he goes, and he surrounds, and he breaks through. This might be it. Although more Dragoons are spawning. Reavers in the back. Buyl almost 75 supplies. Gas is very, very low. Very low. Goes in with the Guardians. Templars in the back. No energy for Storms here just yet. Still have to wait a little bit longer for energy. There's energy now. We can start storming on the Guardians. Templars dying before they can storm. There's one storm. He can storm this entire section. There's one. Oh, a lot of storms coming down. That's so many storms. 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 storms, but not enough. 7 storms was not enough. He breaks through. Lurkers are setting up there on the Robos. He's got some cannons in the front. 2 Robos there as well. His gas is very low. I said it before. His gas is very low. But look at this stream of Zerglings just coming into the middle of the map, ready to tear this all down. Buyl is in not just a little bit of trouble. This is monumental amounts of trouble. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work for Buyl. I think Burgersasu has just defeated Buyl Zerg against Protoss. He's done it many times before because Burgersasu's Zerg is just, as you can see in this game, it's really good. It's really, really good. Oh, it's such a beauty. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed these 2 games so far. We have a couple more games ready to go for tomorrow. I don't want to make videos too long because that's just difficult to get through. It's difficult to digest a video that's an hour long. It's much easier to get like a 20-minute, a 30-minute video, like even 40 minutes. We're almost at 40 minutes. It's pretty difficult to watch because you need a lot of time available to watch it. So thank you for sticking around with me. And I hope to see you return tomorrow or whenever else I upload part number 2. This was a great game, and I'm signing out.